So today I'm going to be walking you through our bookkeeping templates. I'm going to be showing you how it works and how you can use it for your business. So once you purchase the template from the seller website, you're going to have the first sheet. The first sheet is the readme, where you get the instructions to follow. You go to file and make a copy and start using the template, and you can repeat the step each year and use the template again for the next year. So this template is a must-have. It's a yearly template that you can use for your business, and at the end of the year you will get your annual report. So let us dive in quickly. So get your popcorn and your drinks, because it's going to be a little bit long, and I hope that you enjoy watching it. I hope not to bore you. So this is the chart of accounts. We have the chart of accounts. I made a post about chart of accounts. It's all about grouping your business transactions. So in this part I just have only revenue and expenses, but if you really want to have a comprehensive accounting template, you can reach out to me. This I specifically did it for small business owners. I didn't want it to be something too big that you will not understand. So this chart of accounts is simply a place where you have to group your revenues, the sources of your revenues, like those stuffs that bring money into your business, the streams of revenue or income into your business. So let's say you're selling only shoes, you have different colors of shoes, or you're selling wigs, you have different types of wigs, you name your wigs and etc. You sell medicine, you list anything at all, your revenue, those products or those services you render that bring money into your business. So you're going to be grouping them into the revenue column, and then your expenses, you're going to be categorizing them. Like for instance, utilities, you pay NEPA bill, water, etc. They fall under utilities. That is what we mean by categorizing your expenses. So now we'll come back to this chart of accounts, but I'm just walking you through first, and then we'll see how it works. So the next we have is our expenses ledger, where you have to record all your expenses every single day and every time you make them. Now this is our annual overview. You can see how beautiful this template is. It shows you your total revenue per month, and then you can also see the total. You can see your year total. Then let me reduce it so that we can see everything. 90 is okay, right? 90 is still not okay. Let's see the 75 to the time. So yes, our total expenses per month. You get your income tax expense, your net income, and then you also we also have a section where you get to see your business performance in a dashboard, which comprise just the graph and the chart. So we go over to your monthly sales. This is for January. You have the month, date, customer's name, description, quantity, rate, amount, category, and payment method. So like I said earlier, if this does not suit your business, you can as well reach out to us to create something specifically for your business. We've been doing that. It's not like some places have come to me telling me, okay Cal, please help me create something. Okay, I'll listen to you and you tell me exactly what you want, and I'll give you that. So this is your transaction log. So I did it for the 12 months, but if you want something that is just once, you enter everything in one sheet, I can also make that for you. So the transaction sheet down to December, everything looks the same. Then we have our profit or loss. This is where you get to see the breakdown of the services or your products, that the total amount they brought into your business in January down to December, and you also see the yearly total. So with this, tell me, won't you be able to make better financial decisions about your business and how to grow them, or how to grow your business? For example, you're selling a product and you're seeing that in January you did not even sell that product, or in February you just made little sales. Next month or next year, if you look at your book like this, you'll be like, okay, this product does not move too well for me, let me go to another, let me like venture into the one that brings more revenue into my business. Same thing goes with your expenses. If you look at your expenses and you see a particular expense category eating up your money, what you have to do is go back, think about how to reduce costs so that your profits will increase. Because if you keep making sales and your expenses also increases as the sales increases, your profit is going to be low, which means you're just hustling for nothing. So the best thing to do is to watch your expenses and watch the category of expense that eats up your money, and then plan on how to reduce such expense till you get. So now I'm going to be making a copy of this bookkeeping template, and then we enter data into it. So you go to file, make a copy. I already have copy of bookkeeping template, so I'm going to be changing the name to my bookkeeping template, and I make a copy. So now I'm done making a copy. This is specifically for me, and you're going to see what I tell you about making a copy. Whatever I enter into my own bookkeeping template is not going to populate in the main bookkeeping template. So let us quickly dive in. And something I did not tell you initially is that till you enter data into your chart of accounts, nothing is going to populate in your expense ledger. You're not going to be getting any annual overview. You're not going to be getting any profit or loss statement though. So the first thing to do is to set up your chart of accounts. Yes, the first thing to do is to set up your chart of accounts. Without it, this bookkeeping template is not going to work. So let us start. Let's say, for example, I work in the pharmaceutical industry, so I'm going to be using pharmaceutical products for this. Let's say anti-malaria. We sell anti-malaria drug. Then we have multivitamins. So let's make it up to 5. Then we have let's say, okay, I should have used the name right, but let's keep adding Maggi, rice, onions. Don't mind me, this is just a random practice. So now the expenses we make are rent, salary, electricity bill, sanitation levy. Let's make it 5 as well. And then what else? Okay, let's say, no, I'm even lost. Then let's say, what else? Office supplies. Now let me take you to our annual overview. Nothing is still going to show here yet till we enter data, but you see our profit or loss, it was empty before, but you see our revenue, it has populated. Whatever thing you enter into the chart of accounts is what is going to come in. So if you miss it out in the chart of accounts without putting anything, and then you go direct to your September sales, and then you put that you sold fuel, it's not going to come out here. So which means your record is not complete. That is what we talk about accurate record keeping. You have to be accurate. So now you see our revenue has populated here. Same goes to our expenses. Along the line, if you add something to your chart of account, it is still going to come up here. So let us go back, and then the expenses. Now every month you come here and select the month. We're in May now. We're currently in May, so you write the date. Today is, I'm making this video on the 22nd day of May 2025. The description, let's say we paid transport to the market, to get, let's say to buy office supplies, and that amount is how much? Let's say 50,000 naira. And what category does this fall into? It falls under office supplies. So if it has a transaction ID, let's say receipt, that you can input it here, and that's it. So let us quickly go back still to our profit or loss, and then you see we have expenses that in May 50,000 naira, and which means in May we are running a loss of 50,000 naira because we have not imputed any sales yet. So now at this point we can see something in our annual overview. You see expenses in May is very high, and then when you scroll down to your breakdown of expenses, this is it. So let's quickly go down and impute some data into our, since we jumped January to April, let us quickly start in May. Let's say in May, today again, 22nd May 2025. Customer's name is Caroline. Description, if you have any description you want to write, let's say the product name, just write anything. But for this we're not going to be inputting anything. But let's just say but multivitamins. So you can decide to skip this since we have the category already listed. So with how many quantity did the customer buy? Customer bought 5 cartons. And what is the price of this product? The price of this product is 100,000 naira. And let's make it 150,000 naira because we've already spent some money. And then this is the total value. The total value of the sales we made to Caroline is 750,000 naira. And now you see that we've already sold something, but if you don't select this category, nothing is still going to show. Now let me show you how it's going to work. Let's still quickly go back to our profit and loss, because that's where everything is. Now you see our multivitamins, nothing is in May. But the moment we select multivitamins, it is going to show. So that is why you have to that's why you have to set up your chart of accounts first and be accurate, because this template is automated, so it's not going to make any mistake along the line. You don't have to enter anything into this other sheet. It's just the chart of accounts, and then you enter your data down to rate. Every other thing this side on the right hand side, it's automated for you. So we select the category. This is multivitamins. So if the customer paid cash, paid to bank, you can also specify the different types of banks the customer paid to, if you have different types of banks you operate with. So now that we've selected multivitamins, we can go back to our profit or loss and then see that we have a sales of 750,000 naira, and at the end we can see that we are making a profit of 700,000. Then we also go to our annual overview and see what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Now our total revenue is way higher than our total expenses. You see in May the total expenses is colored in yellow while the revenue is in blue. So you see our revenue breakdown. So let us make this a little bit fancy, and then let's go back to May. So I'm quickly going to be entering stuffs into this place so that you've already seen how it forwards, and this is it. So now that we've inputted everything into May, I'm using only May because I don't want to bore you. I don't want it to be too long. You can replicate this for all other months. So in May, we sold anti-malaria worth 339,600, multivitamin 750,000, etc, etc, and then the total income for May is 2,289,600. and in May we paid rent 450, salary 315, 20,000 electricity bill, sanitation levy, and office supplies. So our total expenses for the month of May was 911,800. So our income before taxes is 1,377,800. So also we also created a formula specifically for your a column for income tax expense. If you pay a tax, it is going to show here once you enter your tax rate. Let's say our tax rate is 30%. Let's say it's 30%. Let's assume our tax rate is 30%. We impute the 30% and it gives us the 30% of your income before taxes. You can also use your calculator to press it. It's going to give you 413,340, and then you are going to be left with 964,460. We actually did not make that in the month of May. So this is how our template works. I hope you love it, and I hope it is going to help your business achieve that which you so desire. But if you really want something specifically for your business, you can always reach out to us on our Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp pages. We will attend to you and tell you the price. So currently this bookkeeping template is on sales. We are going to be selling it for a small amount. It's not even compared, like the amount, the value you're going to be getting from this template is not, will not quantify the amount you're paying. I don't know if you get. So I'm giving you this bookkeeping template for free, like for free. 5,000 naira is nothing compared to what you're going to get out of this template. So but if you still want something specifically for your business, please do reach out to us. Thank you.